Many thanks for staying tuned. We're still in China, and today we are going to talk about the DeepSeek AI. But in the meantime, according to White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, U.S. officials are considering the national security implication of an aberrant artificial intelligence by the Chinese firm DeepSeek. The announcement comes after the U.S. Navy reportedly banned its members from using DeepSeek app due to potential security and technical concerns. Meanwhile, the maker of ChatGPT, OpenAI, has promised to work closely with U.S. governments to prevent rivals from taking its technology. Earlier this week, DeepSeek reportedly chipped yet powerful AI model caused a slump in the stocks of US technology firms as investors question the billions of dollars they are spending on new AI infrastructure. Let's speak now to our tech journalist who is on standby to give us more insight on DeepSeek AI. Hello, Sam. Good afternoon and welcome to the show.
Yeah, good to be on Worldview.
Okay, so because of time, let's just hit the ground running. Do you mind telling us more about the Chinese AI chatbot DeepSeek?
Okay, so um, DeepSeek is actually AI company in China. It was founded less than 2 years ago by a 39-year-old Chinese man by name Liang Wenfeng. Now, according to him, the vision for DeepSeek was to make a platform that would create a long-term fundamental research opportunity for people that want to use AI. And these research opportunities will drive advancements, unlike the traditional ventures that are majorly for profit. Now, why this DeepSeek stuff is making the rounds is because it's coming at a time where Google, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, and the dozens of their competitors out there are preparing to spend tens and billions of dollars in new AI infrastructure. And then all of a sudden, DeepSeek comes in from China. Now, one major reason why DeepSeek, what they are bringing to the table is different, is the fact that DeepSeek is an open source AI model. And when we are talking about open source AI models, we mean AI models that are free and open for anyone to use. That means people around the tech industry can actually get to use this tool. They can modify it and use it to build whatever they want to build. Now, the arrival of DeepSeek on the scene, yeah, the arrival of DeepSeek over the weekend, they came out with an announcement launching their products, and it has since taken the tech industry globally by storm. By storm, because no one expected it at the time. It's actually more of a game of power. The US has been in control of artificial intelligence in the past few years. OpenAI, which seems to be at the forefront of that, is a company that is resident and based and founded in the US. So all of a sudden, we now see another company coming up all the way from Asia and China. And for political reasons, China is a major competition for the US. And then having AI come up from China became something to worry about. And that's why the whole tech space has been boiling since that time.
Okay, so now the US military service members have been warned not to use the Chinese artificial intelligence program. So, do you mind telling us what security or what national security threats could DeepSeek pose as compared to TikTok?
Um, you know, as an open source AI model, DeepSeek, being the fact that anyone can use it, modify it, and get to use it to build whatever they want to build, it is important to know that people can actually capitalize on it for harm, and for security reasons. Now, the U.S. Navy immediately DeepSeek announced that they are launching their project. The U.S. Navy sent a warning to all of its members, and it sent them an email saying that nobody in the U.S. Navy and the U.S. military as a whole is permitted to use DeepSeek in any way. Now, this is because when they are doing most of this military stuff, information and data is a concern when you have to do with AI. So there could be data leak, and being the fact that China is not that they are at war. China and the US they are not at war, but the US have always had their eyes on China on power issues. So since China is coming up with an AI tool that is rivaling what they have already in the US, I think that is why the U.S. Navy, um, for safety purposes, are instructing that all military personnel should not use DeepSeek AI. According to the statement that was released, the U.S. Navy termed it potential security and ethical concerns. So it's not like anything is wrong with it. It's just that they're just now that the DeepSeek tool has not really been vetted, has not really been is still at the infant stage. Um, a lot of concerns are still there before it's cleared globally. So I think they're trying to be careful. And if, of course, you know that this the world that we live in today is whoever has control over AI will definitely be the world power. And US has been at the forefront of that. I mean, the past 4 years, we've seen them roll out ChatGPT, Meta, Google, all these companies, they are based in the US. So, and everything right now in the world is heading towards AI. And the US seems to be in total control of that. Even Donald Trump, 2 days after he assumed office, he launched the Stargate project, which is a new AI, artificial intelligence project, which is worth over $500 billion. Now, immediately he launched this, it was not a few days later, that was when DeepSeek hit the market, and it's been a whole lot since then.
According to Chinese state media, it is said that DeepSeek has made Silicon Valley and Wall Street giants to lose sleep. Now, do you think that DeepSeek AI is able to do all that it said?
Well, we will DeepSeek do all that you have said. We will only wait to find out. It's too early to make conclusions. It's too early to dive into conclusions. A whole lot has been said, and a whole lot will continue to be said in the coming days. And but only time will tell. But the Chinese markets are already talking tops about the DeepSeek, and we just expect that uh, they are able to live up to all they have said. But so far, now let me give you an amazing thing about this DeepSeek. Now it's just like there's a product that's already thriving in the market, and then someone else comes up with another type of that product that is has the same features, everything can do everything that what is in the market is already doing, and even more. But then DeepSeek came in with their own AI model, and then it is way cheaper than the ones that are already in the market. Now you see the reason why the whole tech space is it was taken by storm, because they brought out a cheaper and more advanced too. So we'll just wait to see how it pans out in the next couple of weeks. The eyes of the whole world are on DeepSeek, and I just hope they are able to manage the pressure. But in the whole of Chinese media and the rest of the world, they, they've tested it, and it seems to be working very well as of now.
Of course, I feel DeepSeek is working very well because on Monday, US President said, and I quote, that DeepSeek is a wake-up call to all tech companies. But then before you go, Sam, I'd like to ask, why is it so important for US to stay ahead in their AI competition with China?
Like I said, the world we live in today, whoever has control over AI would be at the top of the food chain. And immediately Trump assumed office, he that was one of the first. He was signing executive orders here and there. And the second day after his inauguration, he called in some stakeholders in the tech industry and then launched the Stargate project. And then before you know it, DC comes up with their own, and then it's rivaling what they already have in the US. So it's a kind of according to the statement that Trump made, he said that it's a wake-up call, just like you mentioned now. It's a wake-up call for U.S. industry. It's actually a race. It's actually a race of AI. So The race right now is between the US and China. The US has been leading the race for the past few years, but now it seems China is catching up with them and even trying to overtake. So wait to see how it all pans out.
Okay, because of time. Anyway, thank you so much, Sam, for joining us today on Worldview. To get more updates on DeepSeek and AI, you have to make sure that you do not miss tech insights coming up on Saturday by 1:30. Thank you so much, Sam, for being a part of Worldview today.
Thank you.
Yeah.